Hi, welcome back to this section regarding configuration in Salesforce.com. Now we're going to discuss how to create custom objects within Salesforce. Custom objects can be created to extend your data's organization. They are basically custom database tables that allow you to store information unique to your organization. So for our example, we will be creating a custom object called shipments. This will be used to hold information regarding the shipments to and from our different warehouses across the world. In this video, we'll be creating our custom objects and its fields, creating custom buttons and links for the object, and then finally modifying the search layouts for our custom object. So to start off, let's just go to the Setup menu, go to Build, expand on Create, before finally drilling down on Objects. Now that we're on the Custom Objects menu, from the screen, we can see all of the available custom objects in our organization. For now, there are no custom objects at the moment, so let's just click on New to create our new custom object. So first off, let's start entering our mandatory custom object information like object label, put it at shipment, our plural label, which we will put as shipments. Next, we're going to retain the object name generated by Salesforce, which is shipment. Again, object name follows the uniqueness rules for all unique names within the organization, and this applies for all custom components developed through the Setup menu. Next, let's specify the record name for our object. Again, the record name will be the common name for our record and will be used in search results and lookup records as well. A record name can either be a text or an auto number, which increments every time a new record is created in the system. For now, let's select auto number and select our display format, which will be SHP-0000000, which means it will allow up to 6 digits to be displayed at the moment for that auto number field. Let's specify our starting number, which is 1. And then next, we will select the optional features for this object. Since we want reports to be created for this object, we will select Allow Reports, as well as Allow Activities, which will allow us to track activities for any shipment in the system. Next, we will also allow Track Field History. So, enabling Track Field History allows us to create an audit trail for any changes within any record for the shipment object. So this will allow us to select a couple of fields that will track for any changes within the entire lifetime of that record. Next, we're going to select the deployment status for this object. Since we are still in the process of developing our object, we will set it to in development. This will mean that the object is not available to the general Salesforce interface. Don't worry, we can always change it to deployed once we're finished with the object. Next, we're going to just skip over the object creation options. So all of these object creation options are just basically shortcuts that allow us to easily create commonly used features in the object, such as adding the notes and attachments related list right away and launching the new custom tab wizard after creating this custom object. So let's just save and just create our object. As you may have seen, we have already created a custom object shipment in the system. We can also create custom fields for the shipment to create additional data that this object will hold. The steps creating in custom fields for custom objects is the same as the steps required to create custom fields for standard objects like accounts, contacts, and leads. This is the process that we have detailed in an earlier video. So we will just skip ahead and show you some created fields right away. So after some movie magic, we just created 3 new fields. So we have shipment address, which is just a text area containing the address for our shipment destination. We have shipment manager, which is just a lookup to the user who's going to manage the shipment. And we got total weight, which is just a total weight for all of the shipment. So now we're just going to create a custom button link to extend the functionality of our custom object shipment. So let's just go to the buttons and links related list. So let's just navigate to that area and click on New Button or Link to create a custom button or a custom link that is tied up to this custom object shipment. So let's just click on that. For our example, we are creating a new button that will go open up a new Google search page on a new window. Additionally, we will merge our shipment address data with Google so that it can search directly to that particular address, whether it exists or whether it doesn't exist. So let's just go enter our mandatory information like our button label. So let's just enter Google address. our name, and let's select our display type, which will be detail page button. So this is just basically how the button or link manifested on screen. So next we're going to select the behavior for our detail page button. So we want the detail page button to open a new window containing a Google search. So let's just select that. On the content source, we're just going to select URL since we just wanted to open an external web page, although we are merging Salesforce data with it. Alternatively, we can select 3 options for content source. We can select URL, which is our option. We could also select on-click JavaScript, which is basically executing a custom JavaScript code for that page. And next we also have Visualforce page, which would open up a custom Visualforce page. So by the way, Visualforce is a custom technology similar to HTML, which is basically hosted in the Salesforce platform. So let's just select URL. Next, we're going to enter our formula, which is just the address, .google.com. Enter our parameter, which would be our shipment address. So let's just enter shipment address. There we go. So we just merge our Google search with our shipment address. Let's just click on save to finalize our changes. So let's just click OK on that. So after creating our custom button or link, we would still need to add the button or link to the page layout for the custom object. So to start, let's just go back to the shipment object. Click on the back button. Go to page layouts. Edit it. Go to the buttons. Let's drag Google address from the palette down to our custom buttons section. Click on save, and there we have it. We have just added our custom button to the standard page layout for shipments. So afterwards, we're gonna modify the search layout for our shipment objects. As we all know, search is a very important feature for any object within the Salesforce. The ability to search for a particular item and to get the right information for each search result is quite important for the success of our implementation. So let's just go down to the section search layouts. So next, let's click edit on the search filter field. So this will just limit the filtered fields that is displayed for every search result. Next, we'll just select the fields on the available fields pick list that we want to show for each search result. So let's just say record ID, shipment name, shipment address, total weight, the created by, and the created date. Click on add and save our changes. So that's it. We just modified the search layouts for our new object, shipment. Custom objects are important for almost all organizations because it gives the power to make Salesforce their own, creating different custom objects to hold data unique to only their organization. So as a recap, this video discussed the following topics. First, we created our custom objects. Next, we created our custom buttons and links for that object. And finally, we modified search results to personalize the search results for our object's shipment. So for more information on custom objects, you can also visit Salesforce Help and Training and search on custom objects. So on the next video, we'll be discussing how to create custom formula fields in Salesforce.